Now, a recent report released by China's central bank entitled Survey on Depositors in the First Quarter of 2012 shows that the number of Chinese people wanting to buy a house is at its lowest since 1999. The survey was carried out amongst 20,000 bank depositors in 50 cities, and it showed just 14% were interested in buying in the current market. That figure fell to just 9.4% in the cities of Beijing and Shanghai, at the lowest level since 2009. The report added that over 2/3 of residents believe current housing prices are too high and unsustainable, while just under half don't foresee any likelihood of change over the next 6 months. So, what do people on the streets of one of those cities mentioned, Beijing, think of the findings, and what kind of reasons are behind this reluctance to enter the housing market? Well, our researcher Esther Dung went out to ask.
How do you view this bank report, and why do you think people are so reluctant to buy a house?
Well, I work in the financial industry, and from our perspective, housing prices are something sensitive and fairly unpredictable. So we have our own way of looking at this issue and just want to wait and see. But for the majority of the ordinary people, it's just a matter of purchasing power. They simply can't afford a house based on their incomes.
Well, I don't believe willingness to buy houses has dropped like this bank report says. Take me, for example. I've been working in Beijing for over a decade, and I've never given up on the idea of buying a house here, although I know how difficult it is for non-locals. My family is here with me, but still I feel that without a house, it's not a complete family. And without a house, I feel I don't even belong to the city.
Well, the housing prices are so high, of course people don't want to buy because we can't afford it. The other day I calculated that on my current salary, I won't be able to own a house for another 28 years. And that means I can't get ill, can't have a holiday, and I can't eat and drink during those years. Just save every penny I earn. What a joke. And I think the housing demand in big cities like Beijing and Shanghai will never drop because so many people want to work and live in these cities. Only when we have more and more well-developed cities and more people are willing to move there instead of crowding into Beijing and Shanghai will the tough housing situation be eased. But I don't think I'll see that day. Maybe my kid will. I just hope he or she won't have the same difficulties as me to buy a house.
Well, I still think there is a demand to buy houses. If people want to get married and have a baby, they will definitely have to buy a house. I think what the bank report referred to is the demand for buying houses as an investment option. For me, the demand for houses will never decrease because in Chinese tradition, a house equals a sense of security.
Well, it is because so many people are waiting for the government to announce some policies to bring down housing prices. So once the price is lowered, it will be foolish to buy a house now.